The tax policy divide. Tennessee's complete absence of state income tax on wages and salaries represents the most powerful financial magnet, drawing millions of Americans southward across the Kentucky border. This tax advantage creates an immediate and measurable benefit for anyone considering relocation between these neighboring states. Workers keeping their entire paycheck without state income tax deductions discover they can maintain identical living standards while building wealth faster than counterparts in Kentucky who surrender portions of their earnings to state tax collectors. Kentucky operates a progressive income tax system that extracts up to 5% from higher-earning residents, creating substantial financial penalties for professional success and career advancement. A software engineer earning $80,000 annually in Louisville pays $4,000 in Kentucky state income taxes, while an identical position in Nashville requires 0 state income tax payments. That $4,000 annual difference compounds dramatically over a typical career spanning 3 decades. The Kentucky resident pays approximately $120,000 in state income taxes during their working years, while their Tennessee counterpart keeps every dollar for personal use investment or retirement savings. High-income professionals face even more dramatic tax differentials that make Tennessee relocation financially compelling regardless of other considerations. Kentucky's top marginal rate applies to individuals earning more than $75,000 annually, affecting doctors, lawyers, engineers, executives, and other educated professionals who drive population growth in modern metropolitan areas. A physician earning $300,000 in Louisville pays $15,000 annually in Kentucky state income taxes, compared to 0 payments for identical income in Nashville. Over a 25-year medical career, this difference amounts to $375,000 in additional disposable income for Tennessee residents. Retirees represent another demographic group particularly attracted to Tennessee's tax advantages because fixed incomes become more valuable when protected from state taxation. Kentucky taxes retirement income, including pensions, individual retirement account distributions, and Social Security benefits for higher-income retirees. Tennessee exempts most retirement income from state taxation, allowing retirees to stretch fixed incomes further while maintaining higher living standards. A retired couple receiving $60,000 annually from various retirement sources pays approximately $3,000 in Kentucky state income taxes, while identical income generates 0 tax liability in Tennessee. Entrepreneurs and small business owners discover Tennessee's tax structure provides significant advantages for business formation and wealth accumulation compared to Kentucky's approach that taxes business income through personal returns. Tennessee's absence of personal income tax means sole proprietors partnerships and S-corporations avoid state taxation on business profits, while Kentucky extracts its progressive rates from identical earnings. A successful restaurant owner generating $100,000 in annual profit keeps the entire amount under Tennessee's tax system, while Kentucky claims $5,000 from identical business success. Tennessee funds essential state services through alternative revenue sources that avoid personal income taxation while maintaining adequate government operations and infrastructure investment. The state relies heavily on sales taxes that currently stand at 7% statewide, with local jurisdictions adding additional percentages that can push combined rates above 9% in major metropolitan areas. This sales tax approach shifts the tax burden toward consumption rather than income generation, encouraging savings and investment, while funding government services through spending decisions. Tennessee also collects substantial business taxes, corporate franchise fees, and excise taxes on specific industries that generate revenue without directly taxing individual wages and salaries. Property tax structures in both states create additional considerations for residents evaluating total tax burdens beyond income tax differences. Tennessee property tax rates average approximately 0.64% of assessed value, while Kentucky rates average 0.86%, creating modest advantages for Tennessee homeowners. A family owning a $300,000 home in Tennessee pays approximately $1,900 annually in property taxes, while identical property in Kentucky generates $2,600 in annual payments. Sales tax differences partially offset Tennessee's income tax advantages, but rarely eliminate the overall financial benefits of Tennessee residency for most income levels. Kentucky's statewide sales tax rate of 6% combined with local additions typically results in total rates between 6 and 7%, compared to Tennessee's higher rates approaching 9% in major cities. A family spending $30,000 annually on taxable goods pays approximately $900 more in Tennessee sales taxes compared to Kentucky rates. However, this additional sales tax burden rarely approaches the income tax savings that Tennessee residents enjoy, particularly for middle and upper income households. Business location decisions increasingly factor state tax policies into site selection processes, particularly for companies with mobile operations that can locate in multiple states while serving identical markets. Professional services firms, consulting companies, and technology businesses often choose Tennessee locations specifically to reduce employee compensation costs while maintaining competitive salary levels. Companies can offer lower gross salaries in Tennessee while providing employees with higher take-home pay compared to Kentucky positions requiring higher gross compensation to offset state income tax obligations. The compounding effect of tax differences over typical career spans creates wealth accumulation opportunities that significantly impact lifetime financial outcomes for Tennessee residents compared to Kentucky counterparts. A college graduate beginning a career in Tennessee with a $40,000 starting salary saves $2,000 annually in state income taxes compared to identical Kentucky employment. Assuming modest salary growth and investment returns, this initial tax savings compounds to over $100,000 in additional wealth accumulation by retirement age. Kentucky attempts to remain competitive through various economic development incentives, tax credits, and business attraction programs that partially offset the state's income tax disadvantage. However, these targeted programs primarily benefit large corporations rather than individual residents who continue facing full income tax obligations. Small businesses and individual professionals receive limited relief from Kentucky's income tax burden, making Tennessee's blanket exemption more attractive for most residents and business owners. Tax policy differences represent the most direct and measurable factor driving interstate migration patterns between Kentucky and Tennessee because the financial benefits appear immediately in every paycheck while compounding over entire careers. Yet these tax advantages alone cannot explain Tennessee's sustained population growth without examining the underlying economic foundation that makes such favorable policies sustainable. The energy and industry transformation. Tennessee's strategic approach to energy development and industrial diversification created the stable economic foundation that Kentucky's resource-dependent model could never match. While Kentucky built its 20th century economy around coal extraction, Tennessee pursued energy diversification that emphasized long-term stability over short-term resource profits. This fundamental difference in energy strategy explains much of the population disparity between these neighboring states. Kentucky's eastern mountain regions housed thousands of mining operations that employed entire communities while generating substantial tax revenue for local governments. Coal mining dominated the state's industrial landscape so thoroughly that other energy sources received minimal development investment. This singular focus created prosperity during coal's peak years, but left Kentucky vulnerable when natural gas fracking, renewable energy adoption, and environmental regulations reduced demand for coal-fired electricity generation. Coal mining employment peaked during the 1970s and 1980s, when global energy demand supported high production levels and premium pricing for Appalachian coal. The structural decline of coal mining accelerated after 2010, when hydraulic fracturing made natural gas extraction economically viable across multiple states. Natural gas burned cleaner than coal while generating electricity at lower costs, making it the preferred fuel for new power plant construction. Environmental regulations targeting carbon emissions further reduced demand for coal-fired generation. These combined factors reduced Kentucky coal employment from over 18,000 workers in 2011 to fewer than 4,500 jobs by 2025, representing a devastating economic collapse for communities that depended on mining wages. Tennessee pursued a markedly different energy strategy through the Tennessee Valley Authority, which established nuclear power plants, hydroelectric facilities, and diverse generation sources across multiple regions. The TVA's early investment in nuclear power created a stable foundation for industrial development that avoided the boom and bust cycles affecting coal-dependent regions. Tennessee operates 3 nuclear facilities that generate approximately 40% of the state's electricity while providing baseload power that supports energy-intensive manufacturing operations. Nuclear plants require minimal fuel inputs while operating continuously for decades, providing predictable electricity costs that manufacturers value when evaluating potential facility locations. Hydroelectric power generation through the Tennessee River system provides additional energy advantages that Kentucky's geography cannot match despite the Ohio River's presence along the northern border. The TVA operates 29 hydroelectric dams that generate clean, renewable electricity while providing flood control, navigation improvements, and recreational opportunities that support tourism development. These facilities require minimal operating costs after initial construction while providing flexible power generation that responds quickly to changing electricity demand. The combination of nuclear and hydroelectric power gives Tennessee manufacturers access to some of the lowest industrial electricity rates in the United States. Tennessee's diversified energy infrastructure supported successful economic transformation from textiles and agriculture to advanced manufacturing, while Kentucky's resource extraction focus limited similar development opportunities. Tennessee actively recruited automotive, aerospace, and chemical manufacturers by highlighting reliable electricity supply, competitive energy costs, and available workforce training programs. The state's energy infrastructure could support large-scale manufacturing operations while providing room for continued industrial expansion. Major automotive manufacturers, including Nissan, General Motors, and Volkswagen, established significant production facilities in Tennessee, specifically citing energy cost advantages and supply reliability as factors in their location decisions. Nissan's Smyrna plant produces over 500,000 vehicles annually while employing more than 8,000 workers who earn wages substantially higher than typical manufacturing jobs. General Motors operates assembly facilities in Spring Hill that manufacture luxury sedans and crossover vehicles for national and international markets. Volkswagen's Chattanooga plant produces Passat and Atlas models while serving as the company's only United States manufacturing facility. Kentucky attracted some automotive manufacturing, including Ford's Louisville assembly plant and Toyota's Georgetown facility, but cannot match Tennessee's success in landing multiple major automotive investments. Ford's Louisville plant produces heavy-duty trucks and large SUVs while employing approximately 4,500 workers. Toyota's Georgetown facility manufactures Camry sedans while providing wages for roughly 9,000 employees. However, Kentucky's more limited automotive presence means fewer supplier companies choose Kentucky locations compared to Tennessee's automotive corridor that extends from Nashville through Chattanooga. The employment multiplier effects of Tennessee's diverse industrial base create additional job opportunities that support continued population growth, while Kentucky's boom and bust resource economy generates fewer sustained employment opportunities. Each automotive assembly job supports approximately 3 additional positions in supplier companies, transportation logistics, and local services. Manufacturing wages typically exceed service sector compensation while providing health insurance, retirement benefits, and advancement opportunities that attract workers from other states. Energy costs and reliability increasingly affect business location decisions as companies seek to minimize operating expenses while ensuring consistent production capabilities. Manufacturing operations require predictable electricity supply that allows continuous production without costly interruptions from power outages or voltage fluctuations. Tennessee's diversified energy portfolio provides redundancy that ensures continued electricity supply even when individual power plants require maintenance or face unexpected shutdowns. Kentucky's greater dependence on coal-fired generation creates vulnerability to fuel supply disruptions and plant closure decisions that affect electricity reliability and pricing. Tennessee's energy and industrial transformation demonstrates how strategic planning creates competitive advantages that compound over decades to produce measurable differences in population attraction and economic development. The state's diversified approach to energy production provided the stable foundation necessary for sustained industrial growth and population expansion. This economic transformation required substantial infrastructure investments that created additional advantages for Tennessee residents and businesses seeking reliable transportation networks, modern facilities, and quality services that support continued growth. The infrastructure investment gap. These investments created the foundation for sustained economic growth, but Tennessee's advantages extend beyond energy and manufacturing into comprehensive infrastructure development that Kentucky cannot match. Infrastructure quality assessments reveal dramatic differences between Tennessee and Kentucky that directly impact where Americans choose to establish residences and businesses. The 2025 engineering evaluations show Tennessee maintaining superior transportation, networks, educational facilities, and digital connectivity, while Kentucky struggles with aging infrastructure that creates daily inconveniences for residents and additional costs for businesses. Tennessee received higher grades across multiple infrastructure categories, including highways, bridges, airports, and broadband systems that form the foundation for modern economic activity. Tennessee's highway system demonstrates the state's commitment to transportation infrastructure through aggressive expansion and maintenance programs that have created some of the best road networks in the southeastern United States. The state consistently ranks among the top 10 states for highway quality, with smooth pavement, properly marked lanes, and well-designed interchanges that facilitate efficient traffic flow. Tennessee invested billions of dollars in interstate highway improvements over the past 2 decades, including major reconstruction projects on Interstate 40, Interstate 65, and Interstate 75 that carry heavy freight traffic between regional economic centers. These highway investments reduce transportation costs for businesses while improving safety and travel times for residents commuting between home and work locations. Kentucky's highway infrastructure presents a stark contrast with aging pavement systems that require frequent repairs and create higher vehicle operating costs for residents and businesses. The state's mountainous eastern regions present particular challenges for highway maintenance because steep grades and harsh weather conditions accelerate pavement deterioration. Kentucky receives lower federal highway ratings compared to Tennessee while struggling to fund necessary improvements that would bring road quality up to regional standards. Poor highway conditions increase shipping costs for businesses while creating frustration for residents who face longer commute times and higher vehicle maintenance expenses from driving on deteriorated road surfaces. Nashville's International Airport exemplifies Tennessee's strategic infrastructure investments that have transformed the facility into a major cargo and passenger hub, serving multiple southeastern states. The airport handled over 18 million passengers in 2024, while processing massive volumes of freight cargo that support regional distribution networks. Nashville's airport expansion projects include new runways, terminal facilities, and cargo handling systems that accommodate growth in both passenger travel and freight shipments. The facility attracts businesses that require frequent air travel or depend on expedited shipping services, while providing residents with direct flights to major domestic and international destinations. Kentucky's airports cannot match Nashville's passenger volumes or cargo handling capabilities, despite Louisville's strategic location for freight distribution. Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport serves as a major UPS hub, but lacks the passenger service diversity that makes Nashville attractive to business travelers and tourists. Lexington's airport handles regional flights, but cannot support the international connections that businesses increasingly require for global operations. The limited airport infrastructure constrains Kentucky's ability to attract companies that depend on frequent air travel, while reducing the state's appeal to residents who value convenient access to domestic and international destinations. Broadband infrastructure investments have positioned Tennessee as a leader in digital connectivity that attracts remote workers, technology companies, and businesses requiring high-speed internet access. The state implemented comprehensive broadband expansion programs that extended fiber optic networks to rural areas, while ensuring urban centers receive gigabit internet speeds that support modern business operations. Tennessee's broadband initiatives specifically targeted underserved communities that previously lacked reliable internet access, while encouraging private companies to expand network coverage through tax incentives and regulatory streamlining. Rural broadband access remains problematic in Kentucky, where mountainous terrain increases installation costs, while scattered population centers make network expansion less economically viable for private telecommunications companies. Kentucky residents in remote areas often depend on satellite internet connections that provide slower speeds and data limitations compared to fiber optic networks available in Tennessee communities. The digital divide affects economic development opportunities because businesses requiring high-speed internet avoid locations with inadequate broadband infrastructure. Education infrastructure represents another area where Tennessee's investments have created advantages that attract families and support long-term population growth. The state constructed new school buildings, upgraded existing facilities, and invested in educational technology that enhances learning opportunities for students at all grade levels. Tennessee's universities received substantial funding for research facilities, dormitory construction, and academic buildings that accommodate growing student populations, while supporting research activities that attract federal grants and private partnerships. Kentucky's education infrastructure faces funding challenges that limit facility improvements and technology upgrades necessary to compete with Tennessee's superior educational offerings. Many Kentucky school districts operate in aging buildings that require expensive maintenance, while lacking funds for modern technology that enhances educational outcomes. The state's universities struggle with deferred maintenance backlogs and limited research facility construction that constrains their ability to attract top faculty and graduate students. Infrastructure quality directly affects business operating costs through impacts on employee productivity, transportation expenses, and facility maintenance requirements. Companies operating in Tennessee benefit from superior highway systems that reduce freight transportation costs, while reliable electricity and broadband networks minimize operational disruptions. Employees working in Tennessee enjoy shorter commute times on better maintained roads, while having access to faster internet connections that support remote work flexibility. Tennessee's superior infrastructure creates measurable daily benefits that influence individual and business relocation decisions while supporting sustained population growth. Yet infrastructure represents only the foundation for what makes a state truly attractive to potential residents. The daily experience of living in Tennessee extends far beyond roads and internet connections into aspects of life that affect families on a personal level. The quality of life factor. Healthcare systems demonstrate Tennessee's clear advantages through concentrated world-class facilities and specialized treatment centers that Kentucky cannot match. Nashville functions as a major medical destination anchored by Vanderbilt University Medical Center, which provides comprehensive healthcare services while conducting advanced medical research that attracts patients from across the southeastern United States. HCA Healthcare operates multiple facilities throughout Tennessee, creating a network of hospitals and medical centers that offer consistent quality care across different regions. Memphis maintains strong healthcare infrastructure through institutions like St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and the University of Tennessee Health Science Center that provides specialized treatments unavailable in many other southeastern locations. Kentucky's healthcare infrastructure lacks the concentration of major medical centers and specialized facilities that make Tennessee attractive to residents requiring advanced medical care. Louisville houses several quality hospitals, including Norton Healthcare Facilities and the University of Louisville Medical Complex, but cannot match Nashville's comprehensive healthcare ecosystem. Lexington provides regional healthcare services through UK Healthcare, but lacks the breadth of medical specialties and research capabilities found in Tennessee's major medical centers. Rural areas in Kentucky face particular challenges accessing specialized healthcare services that require travel to distant urban centers, while Tennessee's distributed medical infrastructure provides better geographic coverage. Cultural amenities flourish in Tennessee cities, creating vibrant entertainment scenes that attract young professionals and families seeking diverse recreational options. Nashville's music industry extends far beyond country music to encompass rock, pop, hip-hop, and electronic genres that support numerous venues from small clubs to major amphitheaters. The city hosts multiple music festivals annually, including CMA Fest and Bonnaroo, that draw hundreds of thousands of visitors while showcasing local talent and national acts. Professional sports teams including the Tennessee Titans, Nashville Predators, and Nashville SC provide entertainment options that create community identity while attracting residents who value spectator sports experiences. Memphis contributes additional cultural attractions through its rich musical heritage, encompassing blues, soul, and rock history that created Beale Street, Graceland, and Sun Studio as internationally recognized destinations. Tennessee's 4 major metropolitan areas each offer distinct cultural identities that provide residents with diverse entertainment options without requiring relocation to other states. The concentration of cultural amenities creates network effects, where artists, performers, and creative professionals gravitate toward Tennessee cities that offer career opportunities and artistic communities. Kentucky's cultural scene remains more limited, with Louisville and Lexington providing regional entertainment options, but lacking the national recognition and diversity found in Tennessee cities. Louisville's Kentucky Derby creates annual international attention, but represents a single event rather than year-round cultural programming. The city maintains some live music venues and cultural institutions, but cannot compete with Nashville's comprehensive entertainment ecosystem. Outdoor recreation opportunities demonstrate Tennessee's geographic advantages through diverse landscapes that accommodate different activities and interests throughout the year. The Great Smoky Mountains National Park straddles the Tennessee-North Carolina border, providing hiking, camping, and scenic drives that attract millions of visitors annually. Tennessee's portion of the park includes popular destinations like Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge that offer family entertainment options alongside natural attractions. The Cumberland Plateau provides additional outdoor recreation through state parks that offer hiking, rock climbing, and water sports on numerous lakes and rivers created by Tennessee Valley Authority dam projects. Tennessee's climate provides outdoor recreation advantages through milder winters and longer growing seasons that extend opportunities for hiking, camping, boating, and other outdoor activities. Average winter temperatures remain above freezing in most Tennessee locations, while Kentucky experiences colder winters that limit outdoor activity seasons. The longer growing season supports better gardens and landscaping while reducing heating costs during winter months. Kentucky offers outdoor recreation through state parks and the Daniel Boone National Forest, but lacks the diversity of landscapes and climate advantages that make Tennessee more attractive for year-round outdoor activities. The state's more northern latitude creates shorter growing seasons and colder winters that limit outdoor recreation opportunities during several months annually.